Hello and welcome to the Heart2Heart video newsletter, where we endeavor to give you the heart-to-heart news in 30 minutes or less. My name is Kimmy Avery and I am your moderator for today. First, let's hear from our president, Jeannie Alford.
Thank you, Kimmy. This month, we continue to explore the concept of gratitude and what it means in our lives. I am thankful that you're all here today and that you've given us your time to learn more about Heart2Heart. We've launched into our new Toastmasters year, and I think we've jumped in with both feet with our new Thursday meeting. This last meeting we had was really hot. The 3 speakers were out of this world. So you want to sign up for roles and you want to participate. And our theme this month is Moments of Truth. And in this newsletter, you're going to learn some moments that are important to you, like setting up your personal plan for success, not just in Toastmasters, but in what you want to succeed in life. That personal plan for success in Toastmasters will help you reap some great rewards. We're going to give you a snapshot of our club's Moments of Truth that we just completed. It's very interesting. We're going to explore an upcoming speech craft that you should consider participating in. And of course, it's September, and you know what that means. Membership renewal. And I know everybody enthusiastically is waiting to sign up for another 6 months to be here with Heart2Heart, right? Yes? So I'm looking forward to a great newsletter, and I want to thank you again for joining us. And I'm going to send it back to Kimmy. Thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you, Jeannie. I'm super excited for this newsletter. And now I'm going to be talking with Dr. Michelle Pedicola about membership renewals. So Michelle, I'm thrilled to talk with you about membership renewals and why we want to get this done as soon as possible. Michelle, how do we do that?
We do that either, you got a number of choices. You can ask me for a PayPal me link, in which you just click on the link and you pay your money right into PayPal. You do have to pay a PayPal fee of $2. Or if you don't have your own PayPal account, you can ask me to send you an invoice and I'll send you that. The third option is you can send me a check, and we will make sure that in the written version of this newsletter, you have my address for sending the check, and then you can save the fee. You could always send me cash, but with COVID in place, it's probably not a good idea to send it by mail. Those are the 3 ways. And why do you want to pay for it right now? Because we have incentives in our district bucks that we earn to buy equipment and to buy awards and to buy gift certificates, only Toastmasters, to reward people. And the district bucks for getting your first 8 members signed up, renewed, I think it's like $10. And then if you get your first 20, it's more like $20. So let's do it. Let's everybody jump right in there and get your renewal in right now.
So Michelle, isn't there one more way, which is they could actually speak with me or any of our other officers, and we could go to the Toastmasters website. Because we're logged in as officers, we can renew you. So if you want to have a private conversation and just get it done, let's make that happen.
And that is a fabulous way to do it. And all of you officers can do that yourself. And then all you have to do is send me a check for $6, which is all you have to pay for a whole 6 months of being a member of Heart2Heart.
I think this is super exciting. We need that money because that gives us more opportunities to do fun things for you as our members. And we want to get the kudos for getting our enrollments up. So join us now. Let's make that happen. And thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Kimmy.
And now we're going to hear from Michael Ann Conley, our VP of Pathways, with a Did You Know? Take it away, Michael Ann.
Thanks, Kimmy. Did you know that Toastmasters isn't just about speaking? Did you know that in Heart2Heart Toastmasters, we use Toastmasters to support our passion projects and our businesses? At this time of year, it's a really good idea to start planning what you want to accomplish and how Toastmasters can help you get there. A first start, particularly if you're new to Toastmasters, is what path are you working? What level are you on? What's your next speech project? How might this speech serve your goals for your business or your passion project? Then there's a way you can create a longer view for using Toastmasters as a support for you and your business. This is an announcement that in addition to having Pathways tune-up times, we're going to be doing Heart2Heart tune-up times, Q&A calls outside of meetings where we support each other. You are not in this alone. We'll be helping each other move forward in achieving awards like the Outstanding Achievement Toastmasters Award, the Triple Crown Award, to choose a high performance leadership project, or move in a direction of completing your Distinguished Toastmasters Award, which is one of the highest awards any individual can achieve in the entire world of Toastmasters. Now's the time to begin to think forward. And we, your leaders, are here to help. Thanks, Kimmy. Back to you.
That was fabulous. Thank you, Michael Ann. I am really excited that you're going to be having those Heart2Heart tune-ups. So next I have a My Why with Deb Peretz.
Thank you, Kimmy. Why did I join Toastmasters? Because I'm afraid to speak in front of my professional peers. I'm fine speaking in front of a group of friends, but when it comes to my peers in a professional setting, I'm terrified. I can't think. My brain stops working. And as a life and business coach, this is not a good thing because I have to speak in front of groups of people when I give my workshops and when I'm promoting myself. So I really needed to do something to get over this fear. Now, when I tell people this, they usually laugh because I've been a college professor for the past 10 plus years, and getting up in front of classes of adult students, that's what I do as for a living. But it's different. When I'm the teacher, it's a different context. But when I had to present my research at professional conferences, same thing. I would just get so nervous. I'd be rehearsing in my head, what was I going to say? I had to have my notes because I was just afraid I'd get a blank mind and I wouldn't know what to say. And I'd just stand there, and I would be shaking too. Although people say they couldn't see it, I was. So I knew I had to do something about it. And Toastmasters have been recommended by several people that I met through networking. And I tried a bunch of different groups before I found one that I felt was a really good fit for me. And I just love the warm, safe environment where I feel like I can bomb and it's fine. So it takes away a lot of the fear. And people after my speeches, they keep saying, oh, you're so confident, you're so relaxed. It's like, no, I'm not. You can't see it, but inside I'm shaking. So I've really come a long way just in the short time that I've been in Toastmasters. And I am very grateful for the opportunity it's given me to really gain the confidence that I need and the practice speaking in front of peers on professional topics. Thank you. Back to you, Kimmy.
Thank you, Deb. That was awesome. And now I'd like to reintroduce our amazing president, Jeannie Alford, to talk with you about the recent moments of truth that we just did at our club meeting.
Thank you, Kimmy. I'm the new president of Heart2Heart. And one of the things that I always advocate when you take on a new role is to talk to the people that you're assuming the role from. When you get into a new job and you become a new manager, you don't just jump in and start making changes and asserting that you're in charge. You listen. You hear from the people that you're working with, and you learn how to integrate your thoughts with what they're doing so that you can move everybody forward. That's a great practice. So what we were able to do at our last meeting was do a moments of truth exercise. And I was really excited because we had several guests join us and we were able to enlist them and get their input. So not only did we hear from within ourselves what we're doing at Heart2Heart, what's working, what may not be working, but we actually got some objective feedback from guests right there on the spot. And that's what went into our Moments of Truth report. Overall, the report was very validating, not just for the last slate of officers, but I would say for the last several years. Because with Heart to Heart, we've been building and rebuilding since, as Cynthia put it, 2016. And we've actually done very well. So I want to first say thank you and express my gratitude to everyone who took a leadership role and to everyone who's been part of building Heart to Heart. Now, if you're a member of Heart to Heart, you're part of that team. So my gratitude extends out to you. Members, leaders, participators, speakers, we all have a role in building Heart to Heart to what it is today. And I will tell you, I was in the Toastmasters Leadership Institute training, learning about being a president, if you will. Most of the time I've been training the vice president of PR role, but this time I was a participant. And I show up and the person doing the training said, "Oh, you're here from Heart to Heart." So our reputation precedes us, and I hope we can live up to it. So here's what we found out. Most everything was on a scale of 1 to 5. But in first impressions, we rated an overall 4.6 out of 5. Pretty good. A-. We've got some things that we can continue to work on. Membership orientation, we rated a 4.3. Again, A-. We're doing pretty good. Fellowship, variety, and communication, we got 4 out of 5. I would say that's a B. It's an area we're going to work on. Program planning and meeting organization, 4.6 out of 5. Again, we're doing pretty well. Membership strength, we got a 4.3, and achievement recognition, a 4.5. Now, there was a number of different slices that were taken and given the scale 1 to 5, so I did an average to give us kind of the grade. But overall, we're doing pretty good. And this is a great validation for all the work that everybody's done prior, but also shows what it's like to be in a continuous improvement kind of perspective, to bring that. What continuous improvement allows is that we all think we're great at what we do, but we're open to finding how we could do better. We're open to allowing ourselves to improve. So you have to look at yourself analytically and come up with areas to improve. So we have a few points that came out in the Moments of Truth, and I'm really happy that we had people willing to be honest and to make some great suggestions. We can still work on being on time. I know oftentimes we go over the 2 hours for our meeting. And on our Saturday meeting, it's 3:30 to 4 is networking, and 4 to 6 is our actual meeting. But we tend to go a bit over, and we want to tighten that up, because that's part of being responsible and respectful of people's time. We've been doing well with the new Thursday meeting. It's 1 hour. And at our last meeting, I'm happy to tell you, we adjourned at 2 minutes after the hour. So there is a capability. We just need to tighten it up a little bit. We should look toward more interclub events was one suggestion. Hopefully more global joint meetings. And we have several members who are not only members of Heart to Heart, but they're members of Leaders Worldwide. So we're hearing about what it's like to have people from around the world be active in your club. So that's an area that we will explore. More interclub events, more joint meetings, especially while we continue to do online, because it's great to be able to have people from all over the country and all over the world to participate. Each time we talk to somebody who's outside of our region, they can open our eyes to something we may not know. So it's a great opportunity. We were asked in the Moments of Truth to consider expanding our mentorship program. And everybody knows that we have a great VP of Pathways and a great VP of Education who've been the first contact with new members, helping them get into Pathways, helping them start their programs to be successful with Toastmasters. But it was suggested that we might want to open that up to have a different kind of mentorship for some of our new members. So that's something we'll be discussing at the leadership level. And I would say, watch this space. We do need to work better at getting members to sign up for roles earlier. And that's not just for the Saturday meeting, but for the Thursday meeting. And that's something all of us need to consider. We can easily get onto our Heart2Heart website, h2h.toastmastersclubs.org. If you get in and you look at the various dates, sign up, not only to be a speaker, but sign up to be an evaluator, sign up to be the Heart Master, sign up to be the Toastmaster. If you have any trepidation for any of the roles, let us know. We have some videos that we've made working with people. For example, Michael Ann just did a how to be a Toastmaster of the Day workshop. We've got the tools to help you, and we can walk you through. And every single role during the meeting will help you as you go down your Toastmasters road, through your pathways, through your speeches, whatever. We're here to help you. But if we can get everybody to be more thoughtful and deliberate about signing up for roles, we can put our resources into making the meetings even better rather than scrambling to get people to take a role. And finally, one of the things that I think was really important to come out is we have a core group of highly involved volunteers and leaders. You know who you are because you're doing the work. And again, I want to express gratitude because it's that work that got us to this great Moments of Truth grade, if you will. It's like getting a report card. But we do need to have an open space for people to get more involved. And I recognize that when you come into a new group, you might not feel that they're open to have you step in and shine. But that's what this group is about. We want everybody to shine. So we want to know what skills you have that you can help with us. For example, we definitely need help with production for this video newsletter and for production for our digital newsletter. There are skills that you can apply doing that work that you can apply in your world right away. But you might have skills that we don't know. We would like you to step in and say, I want to be involved. And not to let the fact that there's a core group, because every group has a core group. We want our core group to be everybody. That's how you get heartfelt and authentic in what you're doing. That's part of why we're here. Overall, the ideas, the comments, and the validation that came through this analysis were very welcome. But there might be more, and it would be okay if you decided that you had some thoughts that you wanted to share with us. You send it to our email address, heart2hearttm@gmail.com, and the leaders will get it and we'll be able to address those concerns and those thoughts. But I know the teams have been working hard for the last 5 or 6 years to grow Heart2Heart into what it is now, a strong, influential club in our district. And I look forward to seeing where we can all take this club in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years. Because we've done some great work over the last 5 years, no telling what we can do in the next. So thank you. And I'm going to send this back to you, Kimmy.
Thank you, Jeannie. That was super informative. And I'm really excited because I know that working in this production team, working in the leadership team has been a great connector for me. And I really want to get to know you. I want to know our members and use this as an amazing opportunity for connection. And next, we're going to hear from Dr. Michelle Petacola again about Speechcraft.
Do you know that we have a sister club? And that sister club, we actually helped to create. She's called Leaders Worldwide. And this fall, sometime in September, she is going to do another Speechcraft. She is forever a digital club. And she does breakout rooms that enable her to do Speechcraft programs. And right now, she is inviting people from our club and other clubs to join that Speechcraft, where you get an opportunity not only to get trained by some amazing leaders, but also to do your initial speeches in a small, sheltered, friendly room of maybe 2 or 3 people. Way easier than standing before a room of 20 or 40 people. This is particularly good for new members who want to start to develop their skills. It's got great training materials, and all you need to do is pay $10. So when you do a renewal and you want to do the Speechcraft, throw that $10 in And that will allow you to get the digital speechcraft material in order to do your speeches. Now, the purpose of this is for you to get through your first level and maybe even your second level really fast. And it stretches out over a period of 4 months because one of the sessions will be training and the other session will be you giving speeches. Leaders Worldwide does meet 4 times a month. Half of the time it meets in the late morning and the other half of the time it meets in the evening. So you would choose which one you wanted to be doing your speechcraft with. Reach out to me if you're interested in being part of this speechcraft, and I will tell you what your next steps are. Back to you, Kimmy.
Thank you, Michelle. The Speechcraft is a super wonderful opportunity to get skills, to practice your speeches. And I did hear that they are starting on September 20th or September 27th, depending on which time slot works for you. And of course you can, if you decide to do Speechcraft, attend all of them. It will be stretched out over the 4-month period, and those are the start dates. Next, I'd like to introduce Annabelle Kolstock, our VP of Education, who's going to tell us about the September meetings.
Hi, thanks, Kimmy. Yes, I'd love to talk to you guys about our next meetings coming up in September. We have a meeting coming up September 4th. That's a Saturday. Our Saturday meeting is 2 hours long. We start though at 3:30. So come at 3:30 to network for about a half hour. And officially the meeting is from 4 to 6. And then the Thursday meeting is on September 16th from 10 to 11. Now, I would really highly encourage you to go to the website. It is h2h.toastmastersclubs.org, and that will be in a link here in the newsletter. But I highly recommend that you go in there and sign up for roles, just like we've been hearing from Jeannie and others. Volunteering for these roles, you learn so much about leadership, about how to set your goals, and you get to learn more and more about your club members too. These roles for the speaking roles are filling up fast. So please go in there and sign up for speaking roles. Also, please do consider signing up for Toastmaster of the Day, evaluators and timers, and a general evaluator. And sometimes we have a Heart Master. You have to come to one of our meetings to experience it. And thank you, Kimmy. And I'll return the podium back to you.
Thank you, Annabelle. That was fabulous. And here's another Did You Know with Michael Ann Conley, our VP of Pathways.
Hi again, folks. I'm speaking to you as the VP of Pathways for Heart2Heart to let you know that our next Pathways tune-up time is on Saturday, the 11th of September at 2 p.m. I'll be sending messages out to the listserv so you can have a registration code and come into the meeting. Thanks so much. See you then.
Thank you, Michael Ann. I am super excited about the Heart2Heart tune-ups that you are offering. Next, I'm going to be speaking with our own president, Jeannie Alford, again, about a club that we are birthing called Contemporary Issues. Jeannie, what's up with Contemporary Issues Toastmasters Club?
We had a number of people come to us, and we've been involved with a group of people who want to talk about contemporary issues. And by that, I mean, talk about those issues that tend to have a bit of a heat tied to it. So they tend to be divisive, but this group of people want to change it so we can be more civil. We can get back to how we used to discuss things, to debate, to see both sides. And rather than look at just being focused on one area, say politics, but to look at a broader area. So we thought contemporary issues would be a great name for it, because there are other issues, social issues, personal issues, lots of different issues that people tend to be divided about. But this group is going to look at how can we have these discussions and still be friends? How can we look at both sides and understand? How can we be, dare I say, adult, talking about things that make us really understand the world we live in? And that was the birth of this idea.
Well, I am particularly excited about it because I know that Toastmasters in general doesn't allow room for talking about politics because we're not really supposed to be divisive. And the idea of contemporary issues allows us to practice honing our message in a friendly environment where we can hear both sides of equations and find those core values, because everybody really wants the world to be safe, for people to be happy, for people to have fulfilling lives, for the world to just come together. And right now that divisiveness is eating people alive. People are scared to talk to family members or friends or neighbors because of this divisiveness. And it's pretty tragic, and from my perspective.
Right. A wise woman once told me, there's your side, there's their side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Yeah.
And I know when I first heard that, I was in an emotional state and I didn't want to hear it. And my reaction was like, no, I don't want to hear it. And then I thought about it and I thought, yeah, you're right. Perspective and perception play a role in how we respond. And that's what I personally would like to see brought into this group. We will see by the number of people who join us what it's going to be like. And the first step in this process is actually supporting our other little sister group, Leaders Worldwide, because we want to invite people interested in contemporary issues to join us with the Speechcraft in late September, to learn the skills of speaking, to learn the skills that Toastmasters thrives on before we even jump into forming the group. So if you're interested in knowing more about this group, in being part of the charter group, and in getting connected with Leaders Worldwide and joining the Speechcraft, we have an email address already set up. It's contemporaryissuestm@gmail.com. And if you send an email there, we'll send more information and get you set up to join the Speechcraft.
That's right. You can also invite friends of yours who might not necessarily be aware of Toastmasters, and people you've spoken to about issues that are important to you, so that they also can hone their message. The more people we have speaking about issues that are important to them coherently, without a lot of ums and ahs and pauses and staring at the ceiling, the more effective we're going to be at helping to transform our world into a place that we all want to belong.
And I want to throw one more thing in there that hopefully more people will think about and want to enroll in, and that's Speechcraft alone gives you training at a price point that is very low considering the value of the training. It's been said and printed in Forbes magazine that Toastmasters is the best MBA training you could get for almost nothing when you compare it to the cost of Harvard or other colleges that give MBAs. Not only that, Speechcraft by Toastmasters is the best speaker training that you could get. So this is the best opportunity to meet in a friendly atmosphere. And I know our friends at Leaders Worldwide are excellent at it because I've worked with them. So anybody interested in contemporary issues, send us an email at contemporaryissuestm@gmail.com and we'll get you started.
Thank you so much, Jeannie. I am so excited about our birthing this new club. And now I'm going to bring Annabelle Kohlstock back to talk with you about a speakathon.
Thank you, Kimmy. So what is a speakathon? Here we've been hearing about Speechcraft and our meetings and how we do speeches. Well, a speakathon is simply a meeting where we're going to have about 6 to 7 speeches. Now we can only do this on a Saturday when we have our 2 hours. Our Thursday meeting, we might be able to go up to 4 speeches, but it's just a chance for you to practice your speeches, sign up for speeches. We have slots for up to 7 speakers. So you do not have an excuse to not sign up and do one of your speeches in one of your paths. And Michael Ann, our VP of Pathways, and myself, VP of Education, and also Shadow for VP Pathways, are here to help you with your goals for getting through paths. And speakathons are a great way for you to reach those different levels in your paths and get to where you want to go. Thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you, Annabelle. Annabelle and Michael Ann are amazing resources. Maybe you've started Pathways and you got a little lost and you're not sure what your next speech is. Call them up. All the emails for all of our contact information are in the digital newsletter, are below this video. Please reach out because we want to support you in getting the tools you need. And next, I'd like to talk with you about grabbing roles. I am the next Did You Know? Grab roles. Everything is here to help you. Doing the timing role gives you the ability to really think in terms of timing, focus on it so that you can keep your speech within the time limit. That will have you be called back again and again and again for speaking engagements, because speakers who can respect the agenda make it go smoothly any event that is happening. Also, if you are a grammarian, you get to practice the word of the day, really listening for the ums and ahs and good phrases and maybe not so good phrases. Trains your brain to listen differently. A general evaluator evaluates the whole meeting, so you get to pay attention from a different perspective. Being a heart master gives you an opportunity to uplift the meeting environment and practice tuning into yourself so that you can shed your light and spread that everywhere. That's one thing that I love to do. Also, being a Toastmaster, there's training to do this. Being the Toastmaster of the day is sort of like my being the moderator here. It allows you to bring people along in a joyful, effective manner. Evaluations are an important part of Toastmasters. Knowing how to do an effective evaluation is something that you will use in every part of your life, whether it's your family members, co-workers, employees, your relationship. It matters for everything. So being able to practice that sandwich technique is a super brilliant skill. In fact, it's so important that we actually at Toastmasters International have a competition on who can give the best evaluations. And of course, speaking. Those are the roles. Grab them. We're going to try to have more agendas up and available. So as you know your vacation schedule or your work schedule, you'll be able to pick slots well into the future. Okay, next up, I have Annabelle Kolstock again, who's going to tell us about some announcements and celebrations.
Thank you, Kimmy. Yes, that's one thing that we love to do, is to celebrate our members that are reaching levels and are reaching their goals. But first, I want to welcome Grace Quatira and Philip Birdsong, our new members, and invite your friends to be guests at our meetings. We have so many people that have come and seen what an amazing club that we have and wanted to join. We call our meetings open houses because we want to have guests. We want them to come in and experience our clubs. So we have many of our members reaching goals that are just amazing. For this month in August, we have Kimmy Avery. She completed level 1 in visionary communications. These visionary communication and these other things I'm saying are paths in our pathways. Andrea Bell finished level 1 in presentation mastery. She did some of those speeches in the Speechcraft, so that's really awesome. Linda Patton has finished a path completion in motivational strategies. And Deb Peretz finished level 3 in visionary communication. Finally, last but not least, is Michelle Peticola. She did complete her path in dynamic leadership. And I just say, well done, Heart2Heart members. Back to you, Kimmy.
Well, that is so exciting. Next up, I want to invite Gary McKinsey, our VP of PR, again, to tell us about what's going on with our Speakers Bureau.
Thank you, Kimmy. Toastmasters District 57 Speakers Bureau is growing. We're going to the point that we need help. The original 4 members have done a lot of work, tremendous work, but yet now we need help. So we're inviting 3 individuals to contact us to join our team. We're specifically looking for individuals' leadership skills and technology skills. We need help in building out our website and maintaining our website. So if you're interested in joining the original founding group, I invite you to send an email to speakersbureau@d57tm.org. And in the subject line, write team. And one of us will get back with you and we'll talk about how you can help us build and grow District 57's Speakers Bureau. One question that always comes up is, what are the requirements to be a member of the Speakers Bureau? First of all, you have to be a member in good standing with the Toastmasters Club in District 57. What does good standing mean? It means you've paid your dues. As you mentioned, dues are coming due now. Next, you have completed Competent Communicators Manual or completed the first 3 levels of any path. And Michael Ann can give you guidance on that. Next, submit your one sheet, a current headshot. That means a current headshot, something that's been taken, a picture of you just in the last year. Next, submit a 5 to 7 minute video speaking on a topic of your choice. And the link to submit your application is below. Those are the steps to apply for the Speakers Bureau. So I invite you to apply. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Back to you, Kimmy.
Thank you so much, Gary. I am super excited about the Speakers Bureau and excited to hear that you're looking to grow your team. It's time. It is time. So fun. Thank you for spending your time with us today. I sure hope we were able to give you some valuable information and a good look at what Heart2Heart is up to. Remember that we are a specialty club that meets twice a month, the first Saturday of the month from 3:30 to 6 p.m. and the third Thursday of the month from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. All of that Pacific time. And we are hoping to someday stream our videos. But in the meantime, we're meeting on Zoom just as we've been doing. Register for the meetings, sign up for roles, and we look forward to seeing you there. We are always exploring ways to help our members expand their visibility by things like our newsletter, putting up our video clips onto YouTube, networking opportunities. We want to support you. And we also want you to come into our core team so that you can help support others. It feels amazing to do that. And this community is so heartfelt and authentic. Imagine that. I suppose we're the ones who get drawn to some place like Heart2Heart, right? So thank you for our newsletter team for all of the hard work, your love, your passion, and your wisdom that you're sharing with everybody. Gary, Annabelle, Michelle, Jeannie, Michael Ann, and Deb, and myself. Great job, everybody. And thank you all for visiting with us. We'll see you next month and at our club meetings. Have a great week. Bye-bye.